In this folder, I have two parallel texts, one for English, one for Malay. So this is the English and this is Malay, and this is normally the way people prepare the parallel text. You have the English lines in the file and the Malay lines in another file, and they are corresponding to each other. Okay, so with these two parallel texts, I will be able to now run an applications. Okay, this one, okay for you to see?
Yes.
Okay, so now I basically specify where the English source and target texts are and what languages they are. And from there, I will be able to extract from this text sentence pair by sentence pair. So here for the first sentence pair is her car costs above Malaysia ringgit 15,000. And then the Malay is karetanya berharga lebih daripada ini. Okay, so here, below here is basically a list of word alignment identified from the words appear in these two sentences. So I can now click on it to see how the alignment like. Okay, if it's not proper, then we can still change. Or if there are any word inside the Malay sentence which is not aligned to the English one, then I can still add in. Okay, so for example, near is not appear here, so it's probably best word is her. Okay, and then the other one is lebih, and it is basically lebih daripada aligned to above. So above corresponding to lebih and daripada. So in this way, we cover we have annotated all the Malay words with the corresponding English words in the English sentence. And below here, this is normally a remark to tell the user how many % of the Malay words have been aligned. If it's 100%, then we can always accept it. If not, then we have to find where is it. We can still further improve, of course, to highlight those words in Malay which have not been aligned to the English word. Then the user will click on it to align it. So these are possible improvements. Okay, then after that, we can save it and go to the next sentence pair. So for example, this sentence pair, the alignment rate is 100%. So it's likely that all the Malay words have been aligned to one of the English words here. Okay, so this one, we just accept it. And for this one, it's quite low, 58. Then we decide whether we want to use this sentence pair as an example or not. If we don't want to use it, then we just skip. And this one, okay, actually the English sentence have been analyzed because we want to use the 3 later on to build the corresponding Malay 3 for the Malay sentence. So this is important that the root of the 3 have to be aligned with some word in the Malay side. So if it's not aligned, then the system will tell you, okay, this word is not aligned, so you have to have a look and see how to align it. So for example, here is not appear here, so now is inside here. We have to see where it can be aligned. So here, if you look into the English sentence and the Malay sentence, this is exactly the difference between English and Malay. Is answerable in Malay is what we normally call it as a bertanggung jawab. So these two corresponding to tanggung jawab with ber in front. So I basically annotate is to bertanggung jawab. Okay. And here, barang-barang kepunyaan sendiri. Okay, I think here it's alignment is doing it exactly the reverse. Okay, so here sendiri belonging should be the barang-barang. Okay, so here I should add this and then cancel this one. And then the personal it should be
Sendiri.
sendiri. Okay, instead of barang-barang, it should be sendiri. So I cancel the barang. Or kepunyaan sendiri also can. Either way. So that we have all the Malay words aligned. Okay, so this particular application is to improve the alignment because as you know, the result of the Malay tree generated depend a lot on the accuracy of the word alignment between the English sentence and the Malay sentence. So by doing this improvement, it will help a lot to get a better tree. Okay, this one basically for the English sentence, the parser unfortunately break it down into two sentences. So we have 2 trees, which have to be aligned with a single tree. Okay, at the moment I have not really worked on this, but a solution of it is to add another, to basically append the second tree to the root of the first tree, so that we get a single tree. But that I can work on other time. So for the moment, we just keep this kind of sentences. And then for this sentences, because there's this marker, okay, so it also doesn't align quite proper. So we probably have to also identify a solution for this. So for this, I skip. Okay, for this one is quite obvious. Okay, so here I think lebih is the only one which is not appear. So this is lebih suka corresponding to prefer. Okay, so for example, this way we can go and go and go and get more sentence pair aligned. And at the same time, the system also will generate the SSTC once it is set. So for example, here, from here, I will be able to go to the folder and then look at the result anytime if I want, using the editor I showed you last time. Okay, so these are the 3 sentences I managed to save just now. And then these are the 3 generated. So remember just now, lebih daripada, I set it to be corresponding to above. So they are together. But ideally, we don't have multiple words like this in a parser. We prefer every single Malay word have its corresponding node. So for example, here, we can just use a function to split the 2 words into parent and son relationship. So for lebih, we can annotate it as is an adverb. So LEV. So in this way, this Malay sentence is now annotated with the part of speech and also the dependency relationship. So from here, we will be able to extract out the dependency tree into any representation which is adequate for the training system. Okay. So for this one, it's perfect. I think it's corresponding to each other. Okay, so we don't really need to do anything. For this one, yes, you see, it's answerable, it's corresponding to bertanggung jawab. So the others, okay, this pihak probably it could be a noun instead of a determiner. Then this is not terhadap kehilangan. Okay, so here, obviously there's an error here. Barang-barang is not properly sort of represented here because in this system, there is a difficulty to deal with this hyphen last time. So anyway, if there is a hyphen, we'll probably replace it with an equal sign before we come to here. Or in fact, in Malay now, we don't use barang-barang reduplication only. We use barang only. So we probably do a bit of editing before we align it. Okay. So because of this error, it's also affected those following it. Never mind. These are things which we can always improve it. Okay, so these are the 3 examples I generated just now. So now you can see how is it represented in the SiSTeC for further editing. Okay, so basically with the preparation of the parallel sentences set in English and Malay text file, with this we will be able to process it one by one. And then those we have chosen to be set, we will generate the SiSTeC, and then we'll be able to go to the SiSTeC editor to view it and further improve it.